What's up guys? In today's video we're going to talk about swapping a 3-prong dryer plug for a 4-prong, or if you just don't have a plug on the machine at all, how to hook up a 4-prong plug on a dryer. It's generally the same for all type of dryers. This particular dryer is a type that has a filter that comes out the top. So the plugs for those on the back are very similar. If you have a filter that comes out the top, it's probably going to look very, very similar to you. If you have a different type of dryer like a GE or a Maytag, I also have separate videos for that listed in the description below. But before we get started, as always, obviously we're messing with the plug itself. Unplug the dryer because we don't want to die. Alright guys, before we get started, the tools we need are going to be real simple. All we need is a Phillips head screwdriver, a 1/4-inch driver, and you can use a drill. I don't recommend using it when you're actually putting the terminal block screws in because you don't want to accidentally strip them out, but you can use it to take off some of the other stuff to get to it faster. Let's go ahead and undo this back plate. Take this plate off. If you don't have this plate, I definitely recommend getting this plate if someone reaches behind and tries to touch it, or a kid. It's 220 and that's kind of kill you kind of power, so be very, very careful. Again, obviously we're unplugged. Alright, I'm going to undo this screw. That should be a 1/4-inch screw, revealing the plug or the terminal block. And if you guys are doing this the opposite way around and you're trying to put a gray plug on and there's a black plug, I'm going to do another video on that so you don't have to try to reverse engineer what I'm doing here. So check the links below. I'll put another video out on how to do this the other way around. If you have one of these guys that holds the cord tight, we'll go ahead and undo that now. I definitely recommend these guys too. A lot of people will skip this step and this thing will just be missing altogether. It just squeezes the cord, so in case someone pulls a dryer away from the wall, it's not going to be pulling from the terminal block where it can really mess things up. It'll just grab onto the frame of the dryer. But this is just Phillips heads, and again, you could use your drill for this part. Alright, we're going to undo all 3 of these guys. And a quick trick here, I've done this so many times I don't accidentally drop these very often anymore. But what you can do is take a piece of paper, cut a little T into it, or rip one, go around this guy, push it up just like so. And now if you accidentally drop those screws, they're going to roll off and fall on the floor instead of falling up in that hole where it could be a true nightmare to get out. And there is one spot they fall in there, they'll get stuck and you'll lose the screw forever. That's a nightmare. So it's a good idea to stick this little piece of paper there. If you are missing any of these screws, or if you notice they are the wrong type of screw, the terminal block screws are different than the screws that are on this frame. For instance, that's a screw that goes to the frame. It's very coarse, where this screw is a different type of screw. I will put a video at the end of this video. I'll put a little clip that I made a long time ago on my old phone, so it's not great quality, of where I went into Lowe's and I show you exactly where you can find these screws in Lowe's to replace it. If you put the wrong screw in this terminal block, you will strip it out and it's a good chance it will catch on fire or it'll overheat the wire, because a loose connection will become a hot connection. It will overheat the wire. Alright, that guy's off. Now let's get the black cord. Alright, and here's what the black cord looks like. Before you start, make sure you got the right one and you didn't get a stove plug. All 3 of them, if they're all straight like these, you get the wrong plug. It should be one that has a bend in it right here at the bottom. That's a dryer plug. Alright, so now the black plug has its own little keeper guy, and you notice it's round. It's because the plug itself is kind of round compared to the old one that was flat. So this one has a little bit of a curve to it. I like to use the right one. It already came with it. Why not use the right one? You notice that one has a threaded piece in the bottom and one has a bigger hole. Threaded side goes towards the bottom, bigger side towards the top. All right, now I'm just gonna barely start those. We're gonna tighten that down at the end, not right now. All right, after we pull all this through, we're gonna go ahead and take out, this is, on this particular machine, is a 5/16. Sometimes this is a quarter, this green screw. But we're gonna go ahead and take that guy out next. And I like to push it back up through this hole and back down over here. It just kind of makes it easier when you put that plate on at the very end, makes it all fit a little nicer. All right, from here, we're gonna take the green wire and replace it. Green screw, green wire on a 4-prong plug. Just like so, nice and snug. All right, now we're gonna combine 2 white wires. This one we just took off, and this guy that we pushed through. I like to put them so you can see there's some wire you can see on the back side. I like to face that out on both. We're just combining them all 3 together right there. Before you push it in, what's a good idea is don't have your hand over this hole so you don't accidentally drop it, because a paper trick's kind of impossible when you have all this work we're doing right here. Push it through to start with outside that hole, so if you drop it, it will fall on the floor. And then when you have it safely in there, you can push these guys together in that hole, and then grab your screwdriver and make sure it doesn't fall in that hole. Straighten them up. Just barely snug it for now. We will do an extra tighten at the very end. The next one is going to be the red and the black wire. And if it makes you feel comfortable, if you kind of peer up underneath here, there's a red wire here and a black wire here, and you can kind of color coordinate with it. But if you swap them, it's exactly the same. This is a hot wire, that's a hot wire, and it doesn't matter which side they go on, just like a gray plug, doesn't matter which side you were on either. But make yourself feel comfortable, do exactly as the manufacturer is suggesting, and put the red one on the right and the black one on the left. There. All right, and again, I'm gonna take the screw, I'm gonna put it through the hole outside of this cavity. And then I'm gonna hold it with my thumb so I don't accidentally drop it. Then I'm gonna replace my thumb with the screwdriver, start it on there, and just snug it to start with. And then same thing for the red one. Same thing, I'll pull it outside the hole, push my thumb over it, push it onto the spot, and replace. All right, now let's snug everything up. You don't want to accidentally strip it out, and you don't want to leave it loose. Just like so. Just nice and snug. You don't want these guys to be loose. And we're going to double check this one more time. We're good. All right, from here, we're going to tighten this guy down here up. All right, now this cord is connected to this guy, and it'll pull from there if anyone pulls it away from the wall too quickly. All right, the last one, we're gonna put the plate back on. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If this video helped, please like, please subscribe. Also, if you're having issues after you turn your dryer on, you notice it doesn't have heat, you notice it just will not start at all, check out my other videos below. It's very common to move to a new house, put a new plug on a dryer, assume you put the plug on wrong, and the actual problem could be in the house itself, the outlet, or the breaker, or somewhere in there. I have videos on all that. Check them out in the links below and check out the playlist. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, so while you're at Lowe's, here's how you find the terminal screws. They're kind of hard to find. And there's 2 different sizes, 10, 30 seconds, and that's how long it is, 3/8. I go with 3/8. Half will work, but if you can get 3/8, even better. It'll be the stainless steel. It's a little box that looks like this, and yeah, it's going to be in different spots. Here's where I got mine from, in this little bin. Make sure you don't get the kind, this one threw this randomly in here, that have a little neck right there. little triangle neck, that won't work. Don't get that. You want it's got to be able to land flat. It's got to look like that. Alright, the other one is this guy, and they don't make it, at least in Lowe's. I didn't see it in the 3/8 long, only in the 1/2 inch long version. But see, it's got the green packaging. When you get over here, you'll see there's blue, there's pink, or it's red, and then there's green, and I think it's right in this area. Yeah, right there. That's the one I'm getting. 10/24 times 1/2 inch. Thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Also, if you have any doubts the part you're going to get is the right one, check out the video I link in the description below. It will walk you step by step to use your model number to find the right parts. Also, check out the playlist on the right. It's every repair for this exact machine.